So the last match on night one we have is a singles match for the Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. I'm gonna go 5 out of 10 on this one. I think this is going to be an example of when WWE and their blind cultist loyalists will tell you a story was great. They'll tell you, oh, it was just this journey we took from SummerSlam, and it led to WrestleMania where she beats her, and it's like, no, man, like that shit, like this is just shit that happened. Like they have Becky Lynch now cutting promos about stuff that didn't even happen. They have cast it in their canon that the fans chose Bianca Belair over Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch was like, and this was like right after Becky Lynch had like came back to this mammoth ovation because she was a surprise and everything like that. So it's like this story that they told you but never showed you.
No. It was a story they're telling you in exact opposition to reality.
Yeah, like it doesn't exist. Like, and they're going, like, Bianca Belair is going to win the belt. It's going to be like, oh, okay, cool. We're right back where we were with Bianca. She gets to hold the belt. Then who's going like to be next for her? You would think it would be somebody like Rhea Ripley if it was a smart, well booked company, but I don't think that's going to be the case. You know, I think this Becky Lynch run has been awful. She's female edge, but maybe worse. Like it is like, what got her so over. She feels like the total opposite of it. I feel like she's pretty much like she's expired as a character. Like I think, and the hard pivot to the heel thing doesn't help. It's like just
it made it worse. No one wanted to boo her. People still don't want to boo her. They're just going on for the ride because they're like, well, what else?
I don't even think they're going for the ride. They're just like,
as much as you can go for it, as you know what I mean. Yeah, I agree with you. You're right. Like they're not necessarily going for it, but like at the same, because they're going to be dueling Becky and Bianca Chance all night, which shows you like clearly this didn't fucking work. This heel turn that you tried for 8 months.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
the results of this feud, to call it good, not even to call it great or fair, to call it good is to be simply put for Bianca Belair to be more over now than she was when she was the champion.
And when she wins, she will not be.
She is not. She is like, not. We go,
right.
No one cares.
No. This is gonna happen. Right, there are gonna be people that may hear this right, and they will, or hear something along these lines, and then their way to defend it will be to then pull up a Google trend and see Bianca and see the spike in her from SummerSlam to here, and now be like, all right, now wait a month and then go to the month after WrestleMania once you get past WrestleMania spike, and then we'll see, because that'll really tell you, and then they'll be like, oh well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that conversation after, because like the main thing is like this shit is so cyclical when you look at like these trends or whatever else. So like for me with Bianca, it's like you basically wasted a year of her career.
Yeah, they did nothing. They did nothing with her for several months of last year, and we're talking between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. They did nothing with her.
She won stuff, but like it was so small stakes things. It's like, all right, the thing that happened with Sasha to where the match got canceled and you had to pull the trigger on this hastily. Okay, are you ever going to get to the Sasha? Could you have done the Sasha match at a different point at Royal Rumble to have then like heated her up more or whatever else? No. Okay, great. Thanks. Like her beating Zelina Vega and Liv Morgan to death, and even Doudrop, and enough. That's small stakes. Like her and Rhea should be running, like given that, where we are with Becky in her life, where we are with Sasha in her life, where we are with Charlotte just being protected to death for like half a decade, to Bayley just tearing up her knee last year. Those two, Rhea and Bianca, or whoever you're going to push besides Bianca, if apparently you don't want to push Rhea, let it be Shayna. I don't give a shit. They should have been plowing through like the horsewomen and anybody else with any type of name value to get them to top stars, get to that level to where you can have these big matches, and then eventually like, oh, Ronda's coming back, I can do a Bianca and Ronda match, I can do a Rhea and Ronda match. They can't do a Rhea and Ronda match, or Rhea and Ronda match. It's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of the same stuff for next year.
The promos will be so bad in that feud. Oh my god.
Well, my point is like, you haven't presented anybody like Ronda left for 3 years, almost 3 years, almost 3 years, and like they didn't replenish a damn thing. Like you look for the big matches for Ronda when she comes after 3 years, you'd be like, all right, oh great, like she has like the match you only look forward to now. Like there's not even a Nikki Bella to come back for like an Evolution thing, right? It's like, all right, either we're going to ask Lita or Trish to come back, and then we got the Horsewoman again. That's all we got. Y'all knew she was coming back. Y'all knew she was coming back when she left. Your whole job was to get people ready for her.
Look, they fired a lot of people. Like the people that she liked to kind of work with was like Nia Jax. You know, I don't think she'll fight Naomi or anything. So, you know, everyone's caught up in that women's tag team match, and then they fired tons of women. So it's like
they did.
You know, who knows how much they actually care about it. So, I feel like, you know, Alexa Bliss is probably waiting for Bianca Belair after she wins the belt or something. So it's like, that's going to get off to like a bad start. But like, I'm a big Bianca Belair fan. I feel like they just like, it's so frustrating what they do with her for me. It's like, this should be the top star. What are they doing? She's going to win, but like, it's going to be hollow.
This is what I'll say, right? There are 2 matches on this entire show where I'm like, the build, whatever. I'm over it, whatever. But I do look forward to them having a good match and the right person winning. So between Roman beating Brock clean without fucking a distraction or bullshit, actually in his first clean win over Brock, and Bianca beating not Ronda, but Becky, that's the only thing I really care about. Beat them and don't have a bad match. That's all I care about. Just give me those 2 basic, simple ass things that are well within the realm of possibility to do. It's not like I'm saying go out there and have a match of the fucking year. It's not like I'm saying go out there and have a 4.5 star match. Go out there, be entertaining, and put the right person over. This shouldn't be that fucking hard.
I was gonna say, when you talked about Google Trends, you can bring up all the Google Trends you want. I'm in there. I'm at the events. You know what I don't see? People dressed like Bianca Belair. I see people.
Well, to be fair, I do not want a lot of the fan base dressing like.
I'm just saying.
That could be problematic.
Yeah, I'm saying with the shirts and all that stuff. I see the man. I see Ronda Rousey. You know, them thinking she's coming back at Royal Rumble and all that stuff. I don't see the Bianca Belair love that you would expect to see after this major storyline where she's supposed to be built up to this heightened level where everybody's begging for her to be champion. I didn't get that. I remember when Rich was talking about Hangman back in the day, and he said, I don't see people with their face painting saying how Darby Allin's more over.
Right.
That's I saw more Alexa Bliss stuff than I saw Bianca. You know what I mean? And it's just in person. So I'm like, I want Bianca to succeed. She is probably my favorite women's wrestler, maybe other than Asuka in the WWE. So I really, really want her to succeed. But this storyline, I mean, the best thing you can say was a failure. So, but hey, I see her beating Becky. I see her beating her again in dominant fashion. And I getting that second record was a WrestleMania win. That's awesome for a resume.
Should she just squash her?
I really do, because I really think. I mean, like Becky beat her in how many? 18 seconds.
Like
less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, less than 30 seconds. She comes there, grabs her, hits her with the KOD, beats her in like 5 seconds shorter than that. That's how you continue the feud.